and welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be doing a video showing an at-home facial. So a facial that I like to do to give my skin a little bit of a pick-me-up. And obviously at the minute when we can't have our treatments done and we can't go and get facials etc, this is just a really nice not too complicated facial to do at home, and just also try and make ourselves feel a little bit better and just have a nice pick-me-up in these times when there's a lot of uncertainty and it's quite hard to just chill at the minute. So it's going to be kind of like my nighttime skincare routine, but then with an added do-it-yourself facial as well. I am a beauty and skin therapist, so I'm going to show you some different ways that you can brighten the skin and do some different massage techniques to lift the skin, improve radiance, and just give you that overall glow. So I'm just going to go ahead, clip my hair back and then get started. Okay, so first of all I'm just going to go in with some micellar water just to remove, I mean I'm not wearing any makeup now, but obviously if I was wearing makeup I'd go in with this, and sometimes I like to do it even when I'm not wearing any, to kind of remove any surface dirt or anything like that. And then after that I'm going to go in with my cleanser. So the cleanser that I'm using at the minute is this Nivea Glow Cleansing Mousse. I like to just use it in the mornings in the shower, and also in the evenings if I haven't worn makeup. I like to use it just as kind of a generic cleanser. And I usually use an oil-based cleanser and more of like a balm if I'm wearing makeup, but at the minute I haven't really been wearing any, so I just stick to this one. So I do about 6 pumps, and I do quite a lot, and I just massage that in, pop it on my skin and then massage that in and bring it down to my neck too. Okay, and then once I've put that into the skin, I actually go in with this right here. So this is my Clarisonic, and this is it's rubbed off now because I've had it ages, but I think this was the Aria Clarisonic. And I use this as a second step. You can wash that off and then put some more on and go in with that, but like I said, I'm not wearing makeup, so I'm just going to go in with this now. And I use this as kind of a second step cleanse and exfoliation in one. Sometimes I use a separate exfoliator, but I have gone back to this recently. I used to use this religiously 1 or 2 times a day, and I just stopped using it. I think I just got used to using it, and then I just thought, oh, I'll try a few other things. But recently I suffered with quite a bad breakout, which I'm going to do another video about on my tips to avoid and how I improved it. And one of the ways, I actually went back to this, using this nightly, and it's transformed my skin completely again, made it really, really smooth, a nice even skin tone, helped prevent breakouts, really helped to kind of reduce the redness of those other spots that I had, and it prevented them getting worse. So what I do is I've just got some water here in a nice cotton pad bowl. Obviously I'd usually be at the sink, but I just dip the Clarisonic into here and then tap it off slightly, so I do make it a little bit wet. And then this is for a minute long. It does a minute cleanse itself, and then after each section it beeps. So there's 20 seconds, which is nose, upper lip and chin, another 20 seconds which is forehead, and then 10 seconds for each cheek. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. And then that's finished, so I'm just going to go in with this sponge which I have dampened, and then just wipe that excess off. That is the first cleanse and kind of exfoliation done. So now I'm going to go in with a face mask. Now the face mask that I've been using recently and really enjoyed using is this one from Elemis. So this is the Elemis Peptide 1000 Flower Mask. And it's got peptide 4 willow complex in it, and it illuminates, smooths and revitalizes. Now this one you just apply pretty much once a week and leave it on for 15 minutes. It is black, so make sure you remove it with a dark cloth to avoid any staining nice white towels or anything. And yeah, you just rinse off with warm water. Now I really like this one, not so much for getting rid of congestion, but more just keeping my skin clear. And I also find that it does help calm down my skin a little bit and make my skin tone more even, and therefore give a nice glow. So I have been enjoying using this one. So I'm just going to apply it to the back of my hand. It's quite like a moussey, really light texture, which is nice. It's not like a clay mask that's going to really dry your skin out, which I quite like about this one. And then I'm just going to apply it with this mask brush and then apply it on my skin. So that is the mask applied, and you can obviously do it as thick or thin as you wish, just as long as it covers the whole face or areas that you want to focus on. And then I leave that on for about 15 minutes. It also smells amazing. It smells really spa-like and fresh and clean. So yeah, I love this one. So I'm going to leave it on for 15 minutes and then I'll be back to remove it. Okay, so once that has been on for around 15 minutes, I'm just going to go back in with the clean sponge and wipe this off. It's good to have quite a damp sponge with this because it does dry quite tight to the skin, so you want to kind of moisten it first before you go in and wipe it off. See what I mean about the stainage? Great, so once that's all removed, I'm then going to go in with my favourite part, which is a nice facial oil. I'm going to go ahead and do a massage and some facial massage techniques to really brighten and lift the skin. So the facial oil that I've been using, I've actually run out of a few nights ago. It was the Fasali 24K Gold facial oil, and it was so nice. I really found that it calmed my skin, and I think it had some rose in there as well, so helped with redness and was really nourishing. It also smelled amazing, just like a spa. And I just went in my cupboard and found this one, which I actually usually use as a body oil. You can also use it as a facial oil, which I didn't know, so I'm going to try it out because I haven't used it on my face, so fingers crossed it's not going to make me break out and then I'll be back to square one. But yeah, this is the Crabtree and Evelyn pomegranate and argan oil, and this is a nourishing oil, and it actually comes as a spray, which I love. That's why I use it as a body oil, because it's so much easier to just spray and rub in. But I'm just going to spray it onto my hand and then pat that into my face. I use quite a lot. And then just pop that on my skin. It smells so beautiful. And then down onto my neck and also some of my décolleté as well, because it's always good to include that area. And then I'm just going to pat a bit more on just for my hands to make the massage flow nicely. Okay, so obviously I'm usually the other end of a facial massage. I'm usually kind of doing it obviously on someone. It's obviously going to be slightly different because you're doing it on yourself. Just want to show a nice difference that you can make to your skincare routine that will actually show a difference in your skin, and just to bring a bit of luxury and spa to your home. So yeah, I'm going to start off on the neck, and all of these movements you're going to see are going to be upward movements, anything to like lift the skin, lift the face, brighten and obviously improve any blood circulation. So I'm going to go in and start with the massage. So you want to go over the area quite a few times. It's up to you kind of how long you spend on a facial massage. I mean, usually when you're having a facial, it's like 15-20 minutes. We do like neck and shoulders. But on my own one, I usually try and aim between 5 and 10 minutes and just kind of lengthen the movements out. Or sometimes I'll do one kind of full neck and face and then do the routine, or do some movements again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to massage along the jawline, and then I'm going to focus on these areas here which get really, really tight, because when you're talking the jaw here gets super tight. So just massage a bit deeper into here and you can feel the tension release. Obviously I do a different kind of massage on clients because it's just a different angle and different when you're working on someone's face. So these are just little movements that I like to do on my own skin, and they work well for me. And obviously you can focus more on areas that you find that you want to work more on your own skin. But this is just a nice starting point, because massage obviously also makes the oil and the products penetrate a lot deeper into the skin than just kind of popping it on and wiping it off and just leaving it to sink in. So yeah, it's just a nice way to activate your skincare a little bit more. Okay, and then I'm going to come along just to kind of clear, just under the cheekbone, just to clear kind of the sinuses and just clear any congestion. And you can do quite a deep pressure here because it just feels really nice. Just clears all the skin, and especially when you come up to your ear here, kind of on the contour line, it feels really nice up that ear. And then I'm going to go in and just do some pressure and draining points. So I'm just going to tap kind of quite hard pressure in about 5 or 6 areas just along my jawline. And then I'm just going to drain. So kind of pinch your fingers and just drain along that jawline. And then I'm just going to do that again. Also, my skin is extremely touch sensitive, so if it's looking a bit red, then it's not the product. It's just because my skin's touch sensitive. The minute I cleanse my face or anything like that, it starts to go red. And then I'm just going to do the same just a few times, just along that line. Under the cheekbone again. Okay, and then I'm just going to go up onto the forehead and just kind of brush up. This is just to like release any tension between the eyebrows and just the above by the hairline. Just again to get the blood flow going. And then I just like to kind of do some friction movements on my forehead just to help smooth out any kind of frown lines or anything like that, and just again to improve that circulation. This is so much harder on your own skin than doing it on your own face than someone else's. And then after that, I'm just going to go ahead and just come down to the temples and really massage into those. And then I'm just going to go ahead and go into the middle of the eyebrow and then just straighten the forehead out and bring it down. Just 3 or 4 times. And then I'm going to go into my favourite bit, which is eyes and eyebrows. For this, I'm going to use really, really light pressure, just because I like to use a light pressure around the eyes. And just go round in circles. Now, at first, this isn't going to feel like it's doing much, but it makes me so sleepy. Just go around a few times just to get that blood flowing around the eye area and help with any brightening. And then we're going to go back round the other way. And then I'm going to go up into the eyebrows and pinch along here. Now this I'm going to do hard pressure, and this is one of my favourite moves because you don't realise how much tension you have in your eyebrows until you do this move. Depending on how long you want to spend, you can do a nice few more movements around the eyes and just kind of circular movements. You can go up underneath the eyebrow and do some pressure movements, and then push down and get those areas, and then up again. To finish, I just like to do kind of a raindrop movement, and that's what I like to call it, all along the face. Just again, another way to get that glow and nice radiant look to the skin. Yeah, I'll just do that for a few seconds. I just like the way it feels to finish the massage. And I just like to do one more kind of upward motions on my face and just bring the product up, and yeah, just do some nice lifting movements. And then up onto the forehead, and I like to do that a few times. And then I just like to finish on the temples. And then that is usually the rough facial massage routine that I like to do. Now obviously there's a few very different movements in there, and it is different, like I said, to how I would do it on a client. But these are just some moves that I found that are a little bit, some of them are obviously a bit random, but just moves that I like to use when I'm massaging a skin oil onto my skin, and I find that it releases a lot of tension, and yeah, just makes your skin a lot more glowy. So as you can see, it's just really brightened the skin. Obviously I've got a bit of redness because I said I get very touch sensitive, but yeah, it's just made it really nice and glowy and more awake, which is what we like to get and what we like to achieve after a facial massage. So then obviously it's up to you. You can eat, if you've got really dry skin, then you can just leave that to sink in and maybe just leave that on, or if you've got more normal combination skin, then which is what I like to do depending on how my skin's feeling. Today it's feeling quite combination, so I like to just remove the excess oil and then go in with a moisturiser. So I'm just going to go in and tone the excess oil off. I'm just using this toner from Boots. So it's the Botanics range, and it's the All Bright Cleansing Toner with hibiscus in it, and it's quite it's a really nice brightening toner. But it's not too harsh. I really am a big fan of the Pixie Glow, but I find that this one's just a little bit less harsh, if that makes sense. I'm just going to go in and just press firstly this into the skin, and then I'm going to go in and swipe lightly, really lightly, just any excess oil off. And then I try and stick with the uplifting movements, which might be a bit awkward when I'm removing the toner, just to kind of keep that blood circulation going and to keep the effects and benefits of the massage. Once I've toned the majority of the oil off, I then go in with my eye cream. So I'm using the Kiehl's Creamy Avocado Eye Treatment, and this is just a holy grail eye cream for many. I stopped using this for quite a while because I ran out, and then I missed using it and found that a lot of eye creams just weren't giving me the same results and weren't as nourishing. So when I was at the airport, I purchased another one, and I just dab that. I do quite a thick layer in the evenings. I just dab that under the eye, and I make sure I always bring it up to the eyelid, and then just do the other eye. And then I just tap that in again just to kind of improve and brighten that area. I just like to tap it in, and I do like to leave a bit on there. I don't like to rub it in all the way, just so it can keep up with that nourishment. The eye cream done, and then I go in with, don't know how I've got some on my shoulder, and then I go in with this night creams. At the minute I'm just using the L'Oreal Triple Active night cream. I have been using a night oil and just massaging that in and leaving it to sink in the skin, or sometimes if I don't want to massage, I just put quite a thick layer on and let that sink in. But yeah, I've switched to a cream the last few evenings because obviously my other oil ran out, so I wanted to just use some creams up before I open some new oils. I've been really enjoying using this one. Again, it's really nice and fresh, but actually really luxurious and makes my skin feel super nourished, but also nice and calm. It's not kind of one of those that leaves it really angry, like if it's really greasy. It's quite nice and calming, and yeah, it just leaves my skin baby soft. So I just massage that in circular motions. And then once again I go in once more with those nice lifted movements just to finish off the skin. Make sure all that product has penetrated nicely. And then rub any excess into the hands. And then I've ended up with some nice oily hair, which is brilliant. Get some nice nourishment into the hair. And then I just go in with this lip balm. So this is just the Glossier birthdaybalm.com. Smells amazing and really nice and nourishing for the lips. Okay, and then that is what I do. So I'm just going to pop my hair out. And then the only other thing I would say, the only other step that I sometimes do is if I'm suffering with a particularly bad breakout or a spot that just is quite adamant that it doesn't want to go away. So I go in with a spot treatment. So two that I swear by, again, I'll talk about this more in my how to avoid, how to improve breakouts video. But it's the Mario Badescu drying lotion and also Sudocrem, which has been my best friend since I was a teenager. So yeah, they're just really nice to use as kind of targeted skincare to any areas that are breaking out and just kind of need a bit of extra TLC overnight. And then actually one more step that I do like to do is I'll just spray a bit of oil. Sometimes you can use like a brow serum, but I'm just going to go in with this because I've got this here and this just works well too. So I'm just going to get a bit of oil and then just apply it to my brows. And then all I will do is just get a brow brush, and then ideally a clean one with no product, and then just brush my brows up. Just to give them some nice nourishment, and yeah, just help with healthy brows, groomed brows, and to help them grow and keep nice and nourished. So that is all I do, and that brings us to the end of this video and to the end of my nighttime skincare routine and at-home facial. And I've ended up with some nice greasy roots as well, which is always nice. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and also hope that you found it helpful for any kind of skin advice or any kind of ways to help yourself chill in this time. I just thought it'd be nice to put this on as a nice kind of pamper. Obviously Easter weekend's coming up and we are going to be in our homes, so yeah, it's just a nice way to have a little spa weekend treat without going to the spa. So yeah, I really hope that you found this helpful. Obviously, like I said, I am a skin and beauty therapist, so any questions I'm always happy to answer or advise on, or any products that you would like advice on or anything like that. Yes, please feel free to comment or message me on Instagram, which I'll also link below. I'm always more than happy to help. I love being able to kind of give advice and talk anything skincare. So yeah, I really do hope that you enjoyed watching. If you did, I'd love it if you gave it a thumbs up, and also please subscribe if you would like to see more from me, and I'll link all the products below that I used in this video. And stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.